What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and of course with
Michael Anthony Fitness.
And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boost Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know it does not work. All right, so it's been a crazy, busy-ass day, and apparently the DeShawn Watson situation has now come to a head and has exploded. It's erupted, okay? They didn't pop the pimple. And he will not be facing any criminal charges stemming from the allegations of him from the cases. That's not to say that there aren't civil charges, because quite frankly, most people would rather get paid probably than him go to jail, because if he goes to jail and loses his earning potential, then you don't have a chance to get that money. But I don't know. So what does this mean? This means that more than likely before the 21st, a weekend, 3 days, he will be traded someplace else, because I'm sure the Texans don't want him anymore. That after everything that's transpired, I don't see how they could fix the situation there, even with Lovie Smith as the head coach. But he will be traded elsewhere. Now the question is, and Mike, you just brought it up just as soon as I heard it. Did Washington pull the trigger of Carson Wentz too soon? You think they did?
But they only gave up. But you have to give up number ones, I think, for DeShawn Watson. Maybe.
Oh, you're gonna have to. But here's the thing. Here's what's crazy.
They only gave up two number
No.
threes.
Check this out. The deal that they offered Seattle was a better deal than what Denver offered. It was a better deal for Seattle to have taken the Washington deal than it would have been to take the Denver deal. But here's the problem. You have to get the blessing of the quarterback to say, yeah, I'll be happy to go there.
Because he had a no trade clause.
That's right. He's got a no trade clause. And I'm sure that when Washington, they came across and said, hey, we got an offer for Washington, he was like, next. Are you kidding me? So, I'm not going to Washington for
so DeShawn
shit.
Watson could say the same thing, that they have no trade clause.
Aha, yes. DeShawn Watson has a no trade clause. Excuse me. You are 100% right on that. So, the question will be is, where would he like to go?
Miami's not interested in him.
We had heard rumors that he would have been okay going to Minnesota, but Minnesota at the moment still has Kirk Cousins. So you could look at Kirk Cousins possibly as trade bait to somebody else. You've got the Colts, of course, who just got rid of Carson Wentz, who, mind you, Ed Warder reported this, saying that he spoke with 8 GMs, and 7 of them said that they would have taken Carson Wentz over Dak Prescott because of his pocket awareness is better than Dak. But I'm wondering what 8 GMs, I want names on this. I want names, because it probably is the same guy, like, let's say Carolina, hold on. I wonder if I'm getting allergies. It warmed up today, and like some of the plants are beginning to come alive and all. So, excuse me. And I'm born in the sun too, and the sun is shining in my eyes, so it's real bright. But here's what's crazy. There's a GM out there who decided to give more compensation to the Jets to bring Sam Darnold in there than the Chargers gave for Khalil Mack. Let me say that again. The Jets spent more capital getting Sam Darnold, don't have a quarterback, owe him $18.5 million this year, than what the Chargers gave up for Khalil Mack. So I'm sure that was one of the GMs that said, yeah, Carson Wentz, that's my guy. And how anybody could come out of their mouth and say that Carson Wentz, who is now on his 3rd team, and he is the original Washington Commanders quarterback ever. Yeah, he is. So I don't know that they would have been able to get DeShawn Watson. Now, here's what scares me. The Eagles just re-signed their center, Jason Kelce. Okay? So, they got that big piece right there. Is the Eagles were trying to trade for Russell Wilson too. That's the rumor that's being said about me and the crew. And if they tried to trade for Russell Wilson, and now that the charges are done, the Eagles might try and make a move for DeShawn Watson. That, my friends, would actually worry me more than Carson Wentz being in Washington. The other spot, I believe, would be Seattle. We heard a rumor before where Washington was going to trade their picks to the Texans, and the Texans would trade Watson to Seattle, and Seattle would trade Russell Wilson to Washington. But that probably was a no-go because Russell Wilson wouldn't go to Washington. But it's possible that Seattle would like to get Russell Wilson. And so, that Seattle would like to get DeShawn Watson since they lost Russell Wilson. And now they have the extra draft picks, getting the 2 number 1s and getting the number 2s and the 5th rounder, as well as also having Drew Lock. So they could technically take 3 number 1s and Drew Lock and send it to the Texans and say, here you go. Here's your 3 number 1s, and here, we'll throw in a quarterback because he's a giveaway. Although the Eagles do have 3 number 1s as well. So those two have a lot of draft capital they can play with. I would think that the Texans wouldn't matter which of those 2 teams that they traded with, because they're both from the NFC. They wouldn't have to worry about facing DeShawn Watson like he would. So for them, it'd be a matter of compensation, and thinking Denver's picks versus Washington's picks versus, it's the same compensation. Same kind of, So, not Washington, Eagles. Same kind of composition. About the same kind of picks. They got Miami's picks and their own picks for the Eagles. They got Denver's picks, and Seattle doesn't have a number 1. I forgot. Seattle doesn't have their number 1 because they traded that for, in the box safety.
Yeah, from the Jets.
Jamal Adams?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Thank God we didn't do that one. Yeah, so they only have 2 number 1s. Eagles have 3 right now for this year. So we'll see what happens. So other than that, in about 2 hours, I'm going to bitch slap my son, Rio. He wanted me to join his live stream, so I'll stream it live on my side as well. And then, of course, I got my regular one. We've got all kinds of news with the Cowboys, of course. We know Greg the Leg, as well as the Jar, have both been. Are you celebrating?
Yeah, the kicker. I'm happy for. We lost games because of that guy.
I'm telling you, it's deja vu to Money Maher.
I'd rather have him than what we had this go around.
We got that going on. We've got the Cowboys actually made a call on Bobby Wagner. We still have La'el Collins maybe as trade bait. The Cowboys trying to mend the fence with Amari Cooper. And D-Law. We got the law on our side. So this one's 455 and it's
this one's always high.
455. The one that's a Sunoco. Look, it's 2 Sunoco's a mile apart.
But the one over here has always
and
been,
the other one's 429.
This one has always been more expensive than by the house.
That's some crazy shit there.
It's always been more expensive.
Anyway, that's some gouging. That's the mother humpers gouge.
They always gouge.
But anyway, that's where we are here, guys. I hope y'all are having a great day. I do not feel like cooking tonight. I'm actually going to go to Chipotle and get me a salad bowl that will be keto-esque. And what you getting? A bowl? Okay. All right. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. I love you. Damn. High-ass curb. Damn. Peace.